About 5-2. There's 9:24 left to go on the clock now. No, 5 minutes left to go. And when they get out toward the, they're on the sidelines. There's they're gonna have the band after the anthem, and they have the band, and then they have the sidelines, and then we can probably do it after that. All right, that's cool. Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have the national anthem. We're Friday Night Lights, Raider football, October 21st, and now we have the national anthem. We'll be right back after the anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright songs through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang there, loud bells bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sailors, that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful job by the Bolingbrook Band performing the national anthem. We're at Friday Night Lights, Raider football, October 21st. The 5-3 Raiders versus the 2-6 Stagg Chargers. And if you smell in the air, you can smell the aroma of playoff football in the air. Saturday night, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Channel 26. You can see the pairings. The Raiders are in the playoffs. Will they get a home game next Friday? 50-50. Will they be on the road? 50-50 also. But whoever they play, they know they're going to be playing in a football game. Because the Raiders teams that they have lost to are combined 22-2 now on the season. All the teams that they've lost to are 22-2 on the season. So you know, actually I think it's 21-3. I think Lockport got beat last week. So anyway, we're going to have, and there you see on the sideline, if you look at your camera, you see Coach Ivelo back after he was off for a couple weeks, about 3 weeks. He was off right before the Lincoln Way East game, so that's been about 3-4 weeks, I believe. And he's back on the sideline tonight. I don't think he's going to get, he doesn't have a headset on, so I think he's going to be roaming the sidelines. And good for him to see him back out there. So you see the Stagg Chargers. They won a game. I'll give you who they played. They won their first 2 games of the year. They beat Revis 14-8 at home. Then they went to Oak Lawn, and they won at Oak Lawn 42-20. So both of those games are pretty close to their area and probably to their level of competition, to be honest with you. Then they played Lincoln Way East, and that didn't go well. 49-3 they got beat. That was at home. Then they played Lincoln Way Central, who Bolingbrook beat last week, 44-7. They lost 41-0 to them. Then they lost on the 22nd of September to Lincoln Way South, 36-0. So that the 3 Lincoln Way schools shellacked them pretty good. And then they played Andrew, and they lost 49-6 at Andrew at home. Then they played Sandburg, who we beat earlier in the year. They lost 35-7 away at Sandburg. And then they played Bradley Bourbonnais last week in Bradley Bourbonnais, which is right next to Kankakee and Bradley and Bourbonnais. They're 2 towns, Bradley and Bourbonnais. They call themselves Bradley Bourbonnais. So they're out there off of I-57, and they got beat there 34-0. So they come in here today, and you're going to see the opening kickoff right now. And it's a line drive boot, line drive caught. He's got his white spats on. That looks like number 1, and it is. And he's going for a good gain, and that, of course, was number 1 was Marion Stewart, who was a wideout, and you could see the hands on just that kickoff return. Looks like a lot of the Bolingbrook players that went to the white shoes tonight. You know, look like they got the white spats and the white shoes. So see a little different look here. Again, the Raiders are very good offensively. There's their announcing Coach Ivelo back on the sidelines tonight. Made the announcement. Got a good hand from the crowd. Coach Ivelo's been here doing these games. Me and him started the same year, I believe, doing games. He was the coach, and I was in the broadcast booth. That's been 20 years, I believe, 20 plus. There's the first play of the game, and this one might go for big yards. Brought down. And that's number 0, of course. That's our running back, Joshua Robinson, the running back, and he's got a lot of speed, a lot of weight. Going to be a good prospect to go on to play 4 years in college. 6'1", 215. He's got speed, and he's got toughness. 2 great ingredients to play 4-year schools. So that's a good start. We got a good kickoff return, and you saw on the kickoff, you saw the hands that Marion Stewart has with him. He just grabbed that line drive kick like it was a piece of candy somebody threw to him. There's the first throw out there. Brought down, let's see, I'm trying to see who's the quarterback today. Let's see. Let's see if we got, well, we're going to check that out as soon as I can see. The 13 looks like a 19, but we'll see. All right, so that gain was about 6 yards. Second down and let's call it 4. Nope, that's Jonas Williams, I believe. Looks like to me anyway. Yep, 13. Jonas Williams in at quarterback, the freshman phenom. Hands off. Got some room. Spun down. Looks like he's got first down yardage. That's again Robinson, Joshua Robinson. Been a great asset this year to the Bolingbrook team. He's a hard runner, picks up the hard yards, and he's got a lot of physicality when he runs. So Jonas Williams is the freshman quarterback. Again, the best line after he threw 7 touchdowns in his opening start. The first time he at the field for Bolingbrook High School as a freshman, 7 TDs in a varsity game. He said, people want to know where'd you come from, the reporters. He said, I came from Humphrey Middle School. That's still the greatest line of the year. Humphrey Middle School. That's where he just came from. But what a quarterback. I think my guess would be that kid is going to be the #1 recruited player, period. Not just quarterback, player in the nation in 3.5 years. So there's number 13 now, freshman, got good size, 6'2", 6'3", about 200 pounds, 195. And he has all the tools to be successful at any level of football, 10:32 to go. Williams in the shotgun, looking, comes out of it. He likes to run on it. He's got his man, look at him, put the ball right on the money. That is the beauty of Williams right there, and it's to my man, one of my favorite players this year is Caleb Miller. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a Williams to Miller Raider touchdown. Go Raiders. That didn't take long. 4 or 5 plays. And the Raiders get a TD. And if you looked at that pass and you imprint it in your brain, there's a kid that just got out of trouble. Just moved away from the pocket a little bit and threw on the run and put the ball right exactly where you had to put it on the numbers. And this kid, I love this kid, Miller, man. Caleb Miller, he makes the hard catches. He's always around when you need him. He jumps on fumbles. He makes the blocks. He's a great kid. One of the triplets is number 1, Marion Stewart. Number now 82, Kyanberry Johnson's now number 82. He was number 2 for most of last year and this year too. And now number 5, Caleb Miller, the terrific triplets. So, 10:25 left to go in this first quarter, and the Raiders are on the board. Bing, bing, bang. Now, you look at this roster for Stagg High School, just going down there, a lot of these kids, especially the good athletes, are playing both ways. They're playing offensive and defensively. And that's a tough way to go in this day and age of football, high school football. You know, back in the day when Coach Acton was here, a lot of times they had 14 guys that went both ways. There's 11 guys on the field at a time, but they have 14 guys that probably played a lot both ways. Don't have that happen anymore. Too much talent on the field. Bolingbrook's got too much talent, and most of the teams around there have too much talent to be doing that anymore. You play defense, and then you play offense. There's the kickoff by Zeitler, the senior. and brought down by a host of Raiders. Let's see who's on the bottom of that pile. Let's see who's that. It's like number 52 on that tackle. Let's see. I'm going to give 52 to. That's Amari Thomas, 6 foot 220, a junior. So the Stagg Chargers will take over. They have a monumental task tonight, as you can see. They won their first 2 games, but that was against Revis and Oak Lawn, which are schools with not very big participation at those schools either. And Revis has got a hard road to go in this conference every year. But you give them credit, they come out playing. Here they go. Going to be brought down rudely. I must say, rudely. Let's see the tackle there. That's number 4. And I think I know who number 4 is. That's Anthony Nasca, as we say. One of the famous Nasca brothers. A lot of Nascas have played football here at Bolingbrook High School. And Anthony just came through with a sack and threw the quarterback down a Stagg very rudely, might add. All right. The quarterback is number, let's see, we got here. We got the running back. There's the quarterback. Number 1. That's Liberian Gilmore. Plays defensive back and a QB. And he is a junior. Actually, he's a sophomore. 2024 is graduation day. So he's a sophomore quarterback for them. So he'll be here for another 2 years. If he's played as a sophomore, he'll be quarterback probably as a junior and a senior. All right. We got 3rd, and let's call it 20. Let's see what Stagg's got up their sleeve here. Going back. Oh, it almost set up, but it was knocked away by the Raiders, number 7. And that's my man, number 7 is Jacob May. Jacob May's got family here today. He's got his grandparents came up here from Arkansas. And they brought us some treats because they listen to our games on TV down there in Arkansas. And they told me before the game they're blessed to have Bolingbrook Community Television to watch their grandson, Jacob May, play football. It's a treat. And they brought treats. Everybody here got a treat tonight. Jam, jelly, butter, peanut butter, all kind of different assortment of gifts. There's the kickoff, punt, going to go out of bounds. So that's from the, they're from Rogers, Arkansas. They're here to see the grandson. The grandpa played linebacker and also with Archie Manning at Drew High School, Mississippi. So he's got some football in his blood. So he passed it on to his grandson. There's Coach Ivelo walking the sidelines. Look at him. There he is. He looks good. Talked to him before the game. We ran over a couple old stories we used to have with my man LD. And that's something that we'll never forget, that deal. But anyway, I regress. Bolingbrook with the ball. There's a pass out to number 2. He's back to number 2 today. And that's going to be Kyan Berry Jr., and he's going to run in for a TD. And that's it, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's a Kyan Berry from Mr. Williams TD pass. Touchdown, Raiders. Now, Kyan Berry's back to wearing number 2. Last week, he wore, nobody told us, he wore number 82, and I'm thinking, where did they get this kid at? 82, making touchdown plays. He's a big kid. He looks like he can play. Where did they get this kid? And I guess number 2 must have been in the wash or something, and they couldn't use it, so they threw him 82, but didn't tell anybody. So tonight, number 2, he's back to number 2 again. So we got the 2 of the triplets scoring touchdowns fairly easily in this first quarter. So we have good, Marion Berry did the kickoff return with a nice kickoff return, and you had one of the other triplets, of course, number 5. That's Caleb Miller. And then I had number 2 back to his old number, Kyan Berry Johnson, with a TD pass caught. And catch and run. So, everything's coming up roses here for the Bolingbrook Raiders. This is a very good sign because, again, we got a freshman quarterback, and we got some wideouts that are they're better than anybody in this state, I believe. The three wideouts we have, and this quarterback's better than you can't put 3, 4 people together anywhere in the state better than this. I don't care if it's Mount Carmel, Loyola. I don't care. This is the foursome that you want to go play golf with or whatever you want to do. Let's go play some football. All right, here's the kickoff. Zeitler, the senior, after he kicked the extra point, kicks it up, and there's goes down the lane, and he got crushed there by the Raiders, and that's number 28 getting up the pile. What energy. There's a lot of energy in the building. That's Sammy Diaz, I believe. 5'10", 180-pound junior. The thing about this team here, we got a lot of juniors on this team. And sophomores. Stewart, number 1, junior. Kyan Berry, the other wideout, junior. My man, unfortunately, Caleb Miller, is a senior. Joshua Robinson's a senior, too, the running back. But our quarterback, of course, is a freshman. And what a joy if you're a football fan to come out and watch this kid play for the next 3 years. He says he's staying. Not going to go off to one of those magnet schools in Florida or Las Vegas or whatever. But we'll see. Ooh, and that's number 7. Again, Grandpa and Grandma are smiling happy down there because that's number 7 again. Jacob May, he had an outstanding game last week against Lincoln Way Central. Speaking of Lincoln Way Central, let me tell you a story about them. They had, they got a booth over here next to us. They could put 2 people, 3 people in there. They came with 8 or 9 people last week. So they're sitting over here, and they're right around, corner around me, and they go down, and they scored a touchdown to make it 7-0. They're yelling and screaming. I said, fellas, you can't be yelling and screaming. This is Bolingbrook Community Television. You can't be yelling and screaming because you scored. So I don't know if it shut them up, but we scored the next 44 points. I never heard from them again. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it because that's really what happened. So, but they had to have 8 or 9 people in this booth. And I told them sometimes it gets a little rowdy with you guys yelling at your team over there, and, we don't want to hear any bad words. But after they scored a touchdown, I gave them a stern lecture and said, no more of this talking about yelling when you score a touchdown, and we railed off the next 44 points in a row. What a great night that was. They had a tough drive home, I think, though. 7:19, counting down in this first quarter, and it's 14-0 already. Here goes the quarterback. He's got his man. He's got his man outside, but that's going to be caught. And number 22 assisted on the tackle. That's Jamarian Johnson, 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. Again, I talked about it a little bit last couple weeks. We've got some sophomores in the secondary. And the greatest thing about sophomores, they become juniors. And the greatest thing about juniors, then they become seniors. These guys are going to be a great tandem as cornerbacks and safeties, as you're going to find. In 2 more years, they're going to be very, very good. They're very good now. Just think what they're going to be like then. These kids continue to work, hit the weights, keep the speed going. They're going to be great. Okay, we got a Marion Stewart, number 1. He's one of the triplets. He's back there, and he's got his white shoes on and the spats. It looks like they all went to the white shoes, the triple. Up, there's a high snap. Here's the punt. Going to be caught over his head. He wanted to go over his head. Well, that's one thing Marion can work on a little bit because a lot of times he lets the ball bounce in front of him. This time he ran up and the ball bounced over him. So, and then he got about 30 yards on that excess roll. But are we worried? No, we're not worried. Raiders got 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. There's the sideline of the Raiders. Now, if you look at our sideline and look at the Chargers over there, you can see we got double the amount of people out here that they have. Again, that's just the way the school is. 6:03 to go. If they ever get a good quarterback or something like that, this kid has just got some potential. He's a sophomore. Maybe he can help them get some kids over there to play. Here's a pass over the number. Let's see. That's my man. That's number 5, I think. Nope, that's Barry Johnson again. Kyan Barry Johnson, number 2, back to 2. Last week he was 82. We had 82 for a while, and he was a heck of a player for us last week. But it was actually Kyan Barry Johnson. I thought we had got some kid that come off an injury or something. But he's back to 2 tonight. And I like this look with the white shoes and the white spats. I like that. Looks good. Here he goes. Looking at his man. Got his man wide open. Just pitch and catch. Easy. Does it. Pitch and catch. Who caught the ball? It's hard to see right now. Let me tell you. That's number 1. Marion Stewart. One of the triplets. Stewart, Johnson, and my man Miller. Those are the triplets. And Stewart and Johnson are coming back. They were good as sophomores last year. They're coming back to be seniors next year. They're going to be that much better. Bolingbrook on the move again. First down, 10 on the 44-yard line. 5-12 counting down this first quarter. 14-0 Raiders. Here's the shotgun up, looking around. He's going to have to get rid of the ball. He fires it. Still just out of the reach of Johnson. Barry Johnson. So that time they had a little rush on us that time. So we'll go back to the drawing board. Maybe if they're getting a rush, we got to do a little draw play. Let them rush all the way in, and we'll do a little draw. We do a little screen pass. That usually contains that rush. Stops the momentum. 4:57 left to go. 2nd and 10 on the 44. Raiders with an early 14-0 lead. Williams in the shotgun. Williams looking. He's moving around. He's rolling out. He's got his man. Second man, but he got his crab, but I think he didn't come down with the catch. That's going to be incomplete. He didn't finish the catch. That was Johnson again, I believe. No, that wasn't Johnson. That was number 5, which is Caleb Miller. He almost had it. He was bumbling to the sideline, but he almost had it. At the end, somebody came open right around the goal line, and he was wide open. Wide open, but Williams couldn't locate him. He was on the run. He was looking for Miller. Miller was open too. He just got the little misstep. 4:48 to go. Still 3rd and 10. Looking again. There's the screen. Let's see if he meets his man. There's the screen. He's got first down yardage. That's what you need, a screen. He's going to race to the end zone. This is a race to the end zone, and he's down, or what they going to call. A touchdown. All right, we got another one. Wait a minute. Let's see what they call here. They call it a TD. Let's see. Yeah, they call it TD. They're talking, the refs are talking it over. Let's see what they got here. Block in the back, I think we got. So that's going to negate that touchdown to Joshua Robinson. He went down with that screen pass, and that was a perfect call at the perfect timing. And he broke the first couple tackles, and he was gone down the sideline, and he did score. They put it up on the board, but that's coming back with a block in the back. So, unlucky break. We'll have to try it again. 3rd and 10. That should be 3rd and 20 now. We'll see where it is. It was at the spot of the foul, so let's see what it actually becomes. It'd still be 3rd and about 3rd and 12 maybe. 3rd and 12, maybe 12 and a half. So we got 2 downs. I think we'll make it 2-down territory. We'll see. 4:36 to go. Let's get down there so we make it 2-down territory. Get a gain about 8-10 yards. But that was a perfect call. Screen pass. Head coaches, the coaches for the Bolingbrook, we'll get to them right after this play. 4:36 left to go. Fast-moving first quarter. There's a throw. Oh, he didn't get all of it. It looked like, it slid off his hands a little bit. That ball was not a typical Williams throw. Looks like the ball kind of came off his hands a little funny. Because normally he fires that baby, just like you're watching an NFL game. That time was a little bit like it came off his hands, off the laces or something. Something spun around on him. So let's see what the Raiders do. Looks like it's 4th and 13. They're going to punt. All right, back to punt. We got punt here. Maybe we're trying some different punters out today. Got a flag down? What are they doing here?
Timeout, Raiders.
Raiders, number 2. We got Barry. No, he's been punting all year. That's Kyan Barry, number 2. Was 82 last week, of course. He didn't punt last week, I don't think. Didn't have to. So, we got timeout Raiders there, a little discombobulated. There's Coach Iblo out there in the huddle. He's looking in. I don't know if he can actually, well, he's out there in the huddle. I imagine he can put his 2 cents in. So there he goes, he's backing up now. All right, we're going to punt. Let's talk about the keys of the game. I had the keys of the game somewhere. Here we go, the keys of the game. We want to get a lead. That was the number 1 key, which we did. And why we want to get a lead? Because we can rest the regulars at some point. And number 3 is give the kids some play time that come out in the summertime, go through the winter weightlifting program, everything. Give them some time to get out there and play. So those are the 3 keys. Get a lead, rest the regulars, and give the kids that out here working their butt off, give them some playing time. So those are the keys tonight. There's the punt by Barry. He's going to take a good bounce. Nope, takes a bad bounce. Another bad bounce, but caught. Stopped by number 24. Number 24 is Kelrod Leaks, who is a screen pass phenom and also runs back kicks, and he can break a game open at any time, Kelrod Leaks. And Kelrod Leaks, for people that want to know, is about 5'6", 165 pounds, and he's only a sophomore. Kelrod Leaks is going to have 2 years of exciting football left ahead of him, even after this year. And he could make a big difference in the playoffs, that kid. He's one a game breaker. Very fast, very quick. 4:20 left to go. Oh, they did the old cowboy thing and stood up, and the Bolingbrook went across the line. So that'll be a penalty on the Raiders. So while we're marching off that penalty, let's tell you a little bit about the Raiders' schedule, how they played this year, in case you missed any of this. Again, today is October 21st. Tomorrow is playoff Saturday. Channel 26, 8 o'clock at night. The playoffs will be announced and give you the pairing show. But the Raiders opened the season with a 49-12 win against Manuka, and Manuka's turned into a pretty good team. They lost at Simeon 35-31. Last couple minutes lost there. Then they went to Lincoln Way West, or Lincoln Way West, at Lincoln Way West, they won 46-6. Then they went to play Sandburg here at home. They won 21 to I forget what it was, 21-14, I think it was. Up, there's brought down by a host of Raiders. That's number 7 again. We all know Jacob May. Second down, good big for a loss. Then the Raiders played Lincoln Way East, at Lincoln Way East. It was a great football game of the year, probably, that you could see. 42-32 was a great game. Back and forth, great game. Then the Raiders played Homewood Flossboro here at home, another good game. They won 43-36. Then they played Lockport, which was a good game except for the ending. Lockport scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 28 seconds for the Raiders' 34-33 loss. Then last week, of course, I told you the story. Lincoln Way Central is here with the entourage of people in the press box. They scored the first touchdown, thought they were going to go to heaven, and they end up losing 44-7. So they went the other way. And that sets you up to date with the Raiders football. Again, their losses, people have been 21-3, I think it is. It's 21-3 on the people that have lost. They've lost to teams, and their combined record is 21-3. So when that rating show comes out tomorrow, they could get a home game, because that's a pretty good resume. You lose to 3 teams that all on combined 21-3. It's a pretty good resume. All right, quarterback for them is Gilmore, and he put the ball. Oh, and a pick off. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. He's on the ground. Nice pick off. That's number 8. That's a new guy on our stat sheet. That's Therese Watkins, number 8. Therese Watkins just comes into play. I don't know if he's a junior, senior. I have no idea. They got a late word here from Coach Brost that number 8 is now Therese Watkins, and he made a nice play off a deflection, and it's Raider football with 3:18 to go in this first quarter, leading 14-0. All right, Williams At the quarterback, Jonas. Throws the ball, got a good entourage ahead of him. Now he's got to find his blockers. There he goes picking him. He's getting out to the sideline. He goes out of bounds after a gain about 25 yards, I believe. That's a Stewart. Marion Stewart, one of the triplets. The terrific triplets. Let's put it right. The terrific triplets we got. All right. So, I like that look with those guys. Those whiteouts have got the whites on, the white socks, the white spats, the white shoes. That's a good look. It makes them look faster. If they could look any faster. But it does make them look faster from this casual observance up here in the booth. 3:09 left to go. There's a handoff to Robinson. And he's brought down, but they didn't really bring him down. Again, that kid's tough, man. 215, 6'1", tough running back. He's going to get some offers to play somewhere. That kid can play. There's Jonas Williams, a freshman. Look at him. He just takes it easy, calm. Everything doesn't get rattled. He's in complete control. This is something as a freshman. You don't see this kind of stuff. And he throws the ball on the run so well. He throws very well from the pocket, but even on the run, he puts the ball right where it needs to be placed. There's another one. There's Stewart on the other side this time, and he's going to get some yards. I think it's Stewart. It's hard to tell with one or two. Oh, no, that's Miller. Sorry, 5. The other one of the triplets. Miller, Stewart, Johnson, the triplets. There he goes, number 5. He was running a Wildcat last week. He had about 8 plays running a Wildcat. 8 plays for him running. He gained probably about 80 yards in those 8 plays, 10 yards a pop. I think that was just an experiment to see what would happen if we had any type of injury situation. There's a throw out there on his man. That's Stewart tiptoeing the sideline down about the 10, 11. They're calling about the 11, 12 yard line, I believe. And that'll be first down, and I think it's not first and goal. It's on the 12, so he's got 2 yards. You can get a first down on the 2 yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Yeah, they marked that in the 14. I think this is 14. So he can get down to the 4. He's got another first down. Let's see what happens here. So far, the Raiders have been on fire. Everything's been right on point. In the shotgun, Williams, as usual. Looking. Got his man, always. Nope, a little tied up there, overthrew him. That was to Barry Johnson, Barry Johnson. A little bit overthrown. I think he got tangled up with the DB a little bit there. Looked to me. But nothing worth a penalty. 1:44 left to go. See that? 1:44. 14 to nothing. 2nd and 10 on the 13. They made it the 13-yard line, not the 14 now. Let's see what they got here. A little drop play. Man in motion, that's Leaks. Look out for Leaks. Something could happen here. There you go. It's number 0. That's Joshua Robinson on the handoff. And Joshua Robinson on a 13-year run. And that's a Joshua Robinson Raider touchdown. Raiders. 1:37 left to make it 21-zip. Here comes Zeitler in to do the extra point. Johnny Zeitler, the senior. Had a good game last week. Kicked the field goal. I think it was about 28 yards, if my memory serves me correct. Here he is again, Zeitler, trying to put it through keep the rhythm going for the playoffs. There you go. Put it down, and it's up, and it's good, looks like. Very good. Not even good. It was very good. He might have kicked it over the fence out there onto the parking lot. All right, Zeitler. See, all cylinders are firing right now, folks. Again, if anybody thinks this team is going to go on the road next week and be an easy out, they're absolutely nuts. This team hasn't even played their best football yet. We still got a lot of young underclassmen out there playing defense. You know, and that's what we got to watch. Some of our defensive tackles are coming on. I mean, Jacob Miller's been coming on. He's a senior. He wants to go to Northwestern. They told him he's got a good coach to go there. They're just having some hard times. We got a player there now, of course. We've had players go to Northwestern, so maybe we got a connection there. But we got the old cowboy, Cameron Mitchell. I called him the old cowboy when he was here in school. The old cowboy was Cameron Mitchell back in the day. There you go. Knocked him down. Gets up. Who's got the tackle? That's number 31 on the tackle for the Raiders. Nice tackle. Head on. That's Julian Mysick. 5'7", 140 junior. All right, let's see who's out here for the Raiders now. We got some new guys, I think. I see number 46. We're going to do the offensive line next time. Kendall Smith, defensive tackle, 5'11", 265, junior, number 46. Keep an eye on him. Man in motion. There's a handoff. Number 10 got nice play. We got a play. I think he went to the line of scrimmage too fast. Alec Robinson, number 10. Been a great player all year. Good size, 6'2", 210. There's another kid that's going to get a 4-year look. Higher education. What do we call here? All right, illegal shift on Stagg Chargers. So they didn't march it off, I don't think. They're going to march it off. So it's going to be 1st and 15, I think. 1st and 15, a minute 29 left to go in this opening quarter. With your Raiders 21, your Stagg Chargers 0. Let's see, we get some credit to some of these guys out here on the defense here. Again, number 3, we know that. That's Damon Walters. He is going to go to Northwestern. He's on the list to go. They gave him a scholarship offer. Number 3, Damon Walters. 3-year starter, I believe Damon Walters is. Played his sophomore, junior, senior year. There you go. Pull it out. Oh, one man to beat, and he's got him beat. That's not good. We got to race him, run him down. He's not going to win. He's trying to get down. They're going to score here. He's got a way to get in, and he's going in. He dumped back. Oh, he got brought down to the 2. He could have went to the sideline. That angle never would have got him. They never would have caught him with that angle. But that play, you could see he was one-on-one out there. He just get a little deke, a head deke, and boom. It was him and the wind. That was it. He had the wind. So that's a big play, of course. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, that's good for them. But next week in practice, we're going to work on it. A little deke in here. Keep that belt. Keep your eye on that belt buckle. Can't deke the belt buckle. Just like basketball. That belt buckle don't go anywhere except where you go. 25 seconds calling down. Here we go. 23 seconds. Now they're going to take a timeout. I think the wind may have something to do with it. I think they'd rather go this way into this end zone. We'll see. Maybe they just were a little bit, they don't want to make any mistakes. They're down on the 3-yard line, or on the 5-yard line, actually. So there we go. Keys of the game. We got a lead. Yes. Rest the regulars. Yes. But that might be the second half. Maybe the fourth quarter. Give the kids some playing time, that second string team. There's the sideline. There's the Chargers sideline. They're getting their instructions. Let's see, I'm not see if we got the coach's name on here. No, we don't have the coach's name on the Chargers coach. They got some kids. They got I don't know how many kids are on this thing, but they got some kids, and a lot of them are sophomores. A lot of them are juniors. A lot of sophomore and juniors on this team. All right, let's see what they got up their sleeve here. I think they're going to have to try some dipsy-doos here. This is not going to be just your straight plunge, I don't believe. Let's see what they do. Yes, dipsy-doos is a very technical term. There you go. He's going to try it down the corner. Nope, nothing happened there. Incomplete. Oh, somebody's coming off the field. That's 8. That's Therese Watkins, who had intercepted a pass earlier in the game. He's just limping off the field there. Maybe he's got a hamstring. Maybe he's got an ankle. But he definitely is limping off the field. He's down on the sideline now. And maybe he's got a cramp the way it looks. Especially if they're not moving him to the bench or anything. They might have a cramp he got to work on. Let's see if they get in before the quarter. 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal, let's call it. That's what it is. Going under center. Handoff. Going to go up. Not much going on there. Didn't get much push there at all. They're all going down. Host the Raiders on the tackle. Let's see who the host is, the main host. Oh, number 4 comes up with the ball. That's one of the Nazca brothers. Number 4, the famous Nazca family. Infamous. No, famous. All right, they're coming up now. That's going to be end of the quarter. They're going down the other sideline. Those fans in the north end zone are upset. Well, wait a minute. Oh, the band's in the north end zone, but they're playing their music. So they go down the other end zone where there's nothing there, but I don't know what would be there. The time clock, the goalpost, and the scoreboard, and the American flag, of course. So we switch sides. So the end of the first quarter is the Raiders 21 and the Sandberg Stagg Chargers knocking on the door 0. Just had a quick pic of Coach Ivelo taking a stroll down the other end. He looks pretty good strolling. Back in the day, that's what you did in the neighborhood. You strolled. Saturday night stroll. But you didn't have cars, too many cars back in the old days. So you did a stroll, especially along Taylor Street back in the day. 12 o'clock, 12 minutes go up on the scoreboard for the start of the second quarter. Stagg talking it over there. Let's see, again, they've had some tough times with the scoring with their games this year. They won their first 2 games against Revis and Oak Lawn High School, but those are schools about their size. See, Stagg isn't as big as Lincoln Way East, Homewood Flossmoor, Bolingbrook High School. They're just not the same size. That makes a big difference. And feeder programs. That's the other big difference. How many feeder programs does Stagg High School have in Palos Heights and all that? I don't know. But you know Homewood does, and you know Lincoln Way does, and you know Bolingbrook does. There he goes. Going to go out to the corner. He's going to throw it off his back foot, and he got him. Nice play. All right, they got a touchdown. I'm going to say thank you. All right, they're happy. Look at them. They're excited, and that's nothing wrong with that. You know, we're good hosts. Guy makes a good play. We tip our hat. Say that was a good play. That kid made a nice play, and that kid made a nice catch. So, with 11:53 to go, at the time we tipped our hats, 21 for the Raiders, 7-6 right now for the Chargers of Stagg High School. In the kick now is number 4. Let's see, that's Nathan Siebert. He's a DB and also the kicker. Oh, blocked.
Point after is no good. Raiders
21-6
21.
remains the score. All right. Raiders go back on offense. Let's read the top 10 for this week. You know, I always love to read the top 10 when we got a break here. And guess what, folks? I can tell you. Here we go. Ready? Number 1 is Mount Carmel. You know what? We don't talk about them. They recruit. Number 2 is Loyola, and they play each other tomorrow at Loyola in Wilmette. And then we don't talk about either of them because they both recruit a 50-mile radius. I don't know how that happens. Lincoln Way East, 8-0. That's in our conference. York High School having a resurgence year, 8-0. Good for York High School. Simeon, who we lost to by 3 points at Gately Stadium, they're number 5, and they're 8-0 too. Glenbard West, 7-1. Hersey High School, 8-0. Good year for Hersey High School. Number 8, there's the band over there. Look at them. They're having a good time. It's nice weather tonight. Number 8 is Lamont, right a little bit to the south of us. Southeast, and they're 8-0. They're having a good year. They're a pretty good football team over there all the time. Prospect, 7-1. They're also a pretty good team most of the time. Marist, another Catholic league. They don't talk to them. They're playing Brother Rice, so they can both knock each other heads off. St. Rita, another Catholic league. We don't talk about them either. So the top 11's got 4 or 5 Catholic league schools, but they recruit, folks. 50-mile radius they got. There you go. This could be it. Ed Berry on the return. Nice return by Kyan Berry, number 2. See, that's the thing with the Raiders. They got so much speed. It's one of the triplets, Berry, of course. Stewart. And, of course, my man, number 5, Kelrod Miller. And he's a senior. The other 2 are sophomores, or juniors. They were sophomores last year. They played very well in the varsity last year. But this year they're juniors, and they even are better. But this year they got a quarterback to throw to them. And they're going to have him next year also. And that kid hopefully will be here for 4 years at this school. Because he's one heck of a player. Best freshman I ever saw. I've talked to many people, best freshman they might have ever seen. There goes Stewart going out. Stewart's walking the sideline. Stewart putting his head down and gains about 10, 12 yards, 14 yards on the play, maybe 20. Again, he picked his way down the sideline. Stewart, they got a lot of talent. These guys are they're quick, they're fast, they got great hands. Great hands. They high point the ball like they do. You see the best receivers in NFL, college, they all high point the ball. These guys high point the ball. What I mean by that, they go up at the apex where the ball's going to be, the apex, they go down and they snatch it out of the air. There he goes, Stewart going around and end around, and he's got a load, and he's going to try to get through. He's down about the 5-6 yard line. Now, ball come out. Ball come out. I'm not sure. It looks like Stagg's got the ball, I think.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Chargers.
Well, Stewart went all the way down about the 5 yard line, and the ball popped out. But that could have been more second, third effort. When he got down to the pay dirt there, he wanted to get in, and maybe that's when they popped the ball out of his arms. Either way, that's a turnover for the Raiders. Stagg ball. Got to go 96 yards, let's see. 96 yards from pay dirt. I think they're going to give him the ball on the, let's see where they give him on the 7 yard line. So 92 yards they got to go. Let's see if the Raiders can come up with a stop. Friday Night Lights, October 21st. And like we said at the beginning of the opening, there's playoff atmosphere in the air. You can smell it. There's a hand. Ooh, he throws it up to everybody's going to get that one. Oh, they threw the flag. They threw the flag.
This is incomplete. There is a flag.
They threw the flag. It was a flag on number, let's see, 12? No. Yeah, no, not 12, I don't think. 18. Number 18 for the Raiders. There's a flag on the play. I think it's McMiller, 5'8", 150 pounds, senior. Maybe, I don't know if that's 18 or not. Those some numbers, these numbers are very hard to pick up, especially from up at this vantage point. Yeah, it looks like 18. Well, anyway, we don't want to expound on misdeed. But they got tangled up. I don't think the receiver would have caught that ball anyway. But there was some contact. There was some missteps. Let's put it that way. All right. Chargers with the ball. Two wideouts on each side, stacked up. They all got us again. So far, that's a very productive play for the Stagg Chargers. The old Dallas Cowboys. They all stand up before the snap. And we've jumped twice now. And they only done it twice. I don't think they've done it more than twice, but they've done it 2 times, and we jumped 2 times. We were off to the races like it was a starting pistol. 11:06 left to go. In the second quarter. 1st and 5. Chargers. Looking. Oh, almost had a hand on him. Threw a little bit away.
Pass is incomplete.
Who was in on the rush there? Let's see who's in on the rush. Number 4, Nasca, in on that rush. 2nd down and 5. Again, they had a 5-yard penalty on that encroachment. 11:01. Left to go in the second quarter. The Raiders 21, Stagg Chargers 6. The 5-3 Raiders. Stagg is 2-6 on the year. Let's see who gets to the quarterback. The snap in the shotgun, looking around, got his man on the slant. He's a little bit short of first down yards, about 2 yards, but that was a number 22 on the stop for the Raiders. That's Jamarian Johnson, 5'10", 175-pound senior, one of the few seniors on the defensive backs, other than Walters is a senior also. Walters, of course, is on his way to Northwestern. I think he verbalized he can't sign yet till February, but I think he verbalized a commitment to Northwestern. With 10:34 counting down here, second quarter, they did give him a first down. 1st and 10 on the 27. Good spot for them. Here goes the throw. They're gonna got his man. He's wide open over here on the outside. He's got some yards, and he's down right before the 50-yard line. Brought down by, wow. That was Jacob May all the way down on the 50-yard line. You know, Jacob May's a linebacker, but maybe that was his responsibilities. First and 10 now on the 46, so Stagg showing some life here. We were knocking on the door. Would have been the 4 or 5 yard line. The ball came loose. And now they're making the best of it right now. Here's a shotgun. Got some guys coming at him. Here's a, oh, I thought that was going to be TD time. That was number 28 or 31 on that. He almost would have been going. 31 would have been going to the races. That's Julian Merrick, 5'7", 140-pound junior. The ball was not thrown accurately. If it was thrown accurately, he would have been gone the other way. Nobody in front of him. So they got to break the Chargers. 2nd down and 10 now. Right at midfield, so we got a good view here. It's not actually mid, 46-yard line. He's rolling out, looking, still looking. Going to put on the burner. Oh, now he threw the ball. It might have been picked off. I can't tell. It's on the far side of the field. I think it was out of bounds if he caught it. It's just an incomplete pass. Nice try, though. I think it was number 22 on defending that one. That's Jamarian Johnson, the senior. Number 22, Jamarian Johnson. .10:01. 3rd down and 10. Let's see what the Raiders got up their sleeve. They had a rush on. They had a blitz on last play, but unfortunately it was the wrong route. The play was going one way. The blitzer was going the other way. Had to chase him. Timeout Staggs, Chargers. Okay. Let's go back to the top 10. We already read you the top. Actually, threw St. Reed in there. Number 12 is Warren High School, 7-1. Warren came down here a couple times and beat us in the playoff game down here on our home field in the last 5 years. Warren's always a good team. Got a lot of respect for Warren. Maine South, 6-2. We used to play them back in the old days, Trojan days, Maine South, Park Ridge. Number 14, Crete Monee. They play Kankakee tonight, number 19. That's going to be a good game. Number 15, Prairie Ridge. Always, since they opened the doors of that school, they've been very good, Prairie Ridge. St. Charles North, they play number 18 Batavia tonight, so 16 plays 18. Wheaton North, 17. 18 is Batavia. Kankakee is 19, as we said. Lake Zurich is 20, so that's the top 20. We'll get to the last 5 after this play. Oh, we got time right now. 21 is Plainfield North. Well, they're our neighbors to the north. Plainfield to the west and north. Naperville Central. We know about Naperville Central. They're 6-2. They're 23rd. Brother Rice, the Catholic League. They weren't ranked last week, but we don't talk about them anyway because they recruit. St. Francis. I'm not sure if they recruit or not, but maybe they do. They're 8-0. Sycamore, 8-0. So we get out by DeKalb, and Sycamore's 8-0. So that's the top 25 for this week. Here comes the roll, and they're going to get rolled down that time. That was Nazca, and who else? Somebody just took off. Nazca and number, he's going to 44 maybe? So I know Nazca was on part of it, but I don't think there was somebody else that was in the middle of that. It wasn't 44. because he would have gave him 5. He went and gave another kid 5, which I couldn't see. Number 44 is Oscar Froyland. That's the first time all year we called Oscar Froyland. Defensive tackle, 5'10", 210, a junior. But I don't think Oscar made that play. But he got his name in the books. 9:22 left to go. Oscar Froyland, that could be a heck of a nickname. I got to figure one out for him. Up, flag down. Let's see where he's going to point. He's going to point to somebody. Delay a game, and that's only going to be on one team, a delay a game. And that's the offense. So, Stagg's going to go down 5 more yards. It's going to be 4th and 20. So, if you're the Raiders, what do? I come with the kitchen sink. If you got a kitchen sink, come with it. Because I just think this guy doesn't have the offensive line to hold these guys out. They're going to punt anyway, so there's no coming anywhere. All right, Stewart back there to get the punt with the spats on, with the white shoes, the white socks, and here he goes. And it's a line drive kick. It may not even get to him. It won't. He's not up. He's upset. He wanted that one. Ball's going to roll dead right around the point of the football at the 30. So the Raiders will have 70 yards to go to Pater. Let's talk about the Raider coaches, because, Harvey Jackson filled in very well, very admirably for Coach Ivlo on his respite. Dave Moak, I know Dave Moak, great offense. He's the offensive coach. Nick Detman, Kalen Miller, Tutkus Pettigrew, John Binish, Bob Cora, who's the dean of coaches probably in this whole state of Illinois. I bet he's got 45 years under his belt. And Alex McNulty, who used to play strong safety for the Bolingbrook team, and he was known as the Mac Attack back in the day when he intercepted passes. Here goes a run. Got some room around the corner. Down and down. That's number 5 on the end of round. So that's Caleb Miller with first down yardage. Got about 25 yards on that play. So we need a couple more of those. Number 5. Let's see what the Raiders are doing here. They're going under center here. No shotgun. So they're trying it under center this time. There's a handoff, quick handoff. That could be number 84. He's running that. He's going down the sideline, and that could be into the end zone. We got to tell you, let's get a number on this truck. Oh, that's number 24. That's my man Leaks. That's that speed I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's a Kelrod Leaks touchdown, and he can run, baby. Go Raiders! Rah! Kelrod Leaks touchdown. Kelrod Leaks. We talked about Kelrod before, man. He gets a little opening. He can scoot. It looks like they're all standing still when he's running. Down the sideline for a big touchdown. Maybe, I don't know, let's call it 45, 50-yard touchdown run. All right. Is Zeitler in there to kick this? No, it's not Zeitler. We got a new kicker. They're trying number 95. Alex Antiveros kicking. 5'10", 205 senior. They're trying another kicker out here. Half a distance to the goal. They're offside for Stagg, so it's going to be a smaller extra point. But I think the butterflies are flying around in Alexis Antiveros' stomach. Look at them. Number 95. He's 6'5", 205 senior. He looks like he's more like 245 to me, but I'm going to go by the program. What is it? What do you guys think? Write in your responses. He looks like he's about 250, 245. Here we go. 95. Filling out that jersey. There's a high snap up, and it looks what is it? Good for Alexis Antiveros, a kicker, 5'10", 205. He's a kicker. So he's not a linebacker kicker. He's not an offensive tackle kicker. He is a kicker. Speaking of offensive line, we got to get to the offensive line next possession. Got to give them their due. 8:25 left to go. The Raiders 28. The Stagg Chargers 6. That 6 looks awful lonely up there. Touchdown Raiders. 8:25. There you go. Look at that 6. Doesn't that 6 look lonely? Stagg. The Chargers of Stagg. All right, let's see. I think he's going to kick off too. He is going to kick off. All right. Alexis Santaveros with the kickoff. Let's see what happens. That's good. We're playing, like we said, we'll play some other of these guys. And oh, and he boots the heck out of this ball. This ball's in the end zone, man. That was all 245 pounds behind him. There's no 195 in that kid. That kid kicked that thing with the 245 at his back. So we got a guy, and now we got another guy we can have kick. You know he's not a soccer player because I don't think he could get around the field. So he's got to be a kicker. Well, I could say he could be a soccer player. Who knows? All right, 8:25 left to go. Well, we're talking about, let's talk about our staff up here for today's game. As soon as this play's over, we're going to get today's game. Stagg's got the ball on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Got his man out there. Coming back in, and oh, he got nailed by number 3. That's Walters. The Northwestern-bound Walters laid the wood on him. Okay, let's go. Today's game made possible by Village of Bolingbrook, BCTV, BCT, Commission. There you go. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and channel 6 and 99 for replays. We love those replays. All right, let's get done with this play. We'll get on with the rest of that information. There you go, rolling out, looking down the field, and out of bounds. Okay, there we go. Gives us time. Again, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, you can get Channel 6 and Channel 99 for replays. You versus on the replays 99. I know that for sure. Dave Tomsky, executive producer. Dave Tomsky. Mike Jacobs, producer. Mike Jacobs. Ed Przicki, director. Ed Przicki. There you go, Ed. Mike Jacobs on the camera tonight, too. Mike Goldman. And Barbara Parker up on the cameras from New York. Tracy Johnson set up, but he went home because he has to work night. There's Barbara Parker there. You just missed her on the thing. I missed her myself. Shout out to these. Frank and Mary Canode. That's Frank and Mary Canode. They brought the treats from, of course, Jacob May's grandfather. Oh, we got a... Oh, that was, speaking of the devil, that was Jacob May. I didn't get to call it. I was reading the promo. Oh, incomplete pass. Well, that would have been something. That was like karma. I was talking about their grandmother and grandfather, Frank and Canode, and you would almost went in the end zone, untouched. So there must be some karma in the air. Let's see if it happens again. Here we go. They're going to kick this one to, you know who, Stewart. Let's see if Stewart, if he's had one problem this year, it's been judging these punts where he lets the short ones stay. He should go up and get them. And the long ones, you should go back and get them. You know, because you give a guy in a playoff 30, 35 yards because you let the punts drop. That's not good. That's not a good way to go. Let's get practice on that. That's everybody needs practice on different things. All right, here's a short punt. There's no reason to do anything but get out of the way. He's coming up and looking at it, though. But see, he ran up there, but that's all right. You don't need to do anything on those kind of punts. Then you just get away. Don't touch it. They screwed up. All right. 7:24 to go. We're in great field position. Great field position. Around the 31-yard line. About 36-yard line. Nose of the ball. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's see if we got anybody else coming into this game. We're gonna get the kids out there, the offensive line, before they take a break. All right. We know 55 and 54. Let's get them together. That's Thomas Corley, 55, 6 foot, 255 junior. 54 is Peter Felice. He's also a junior. Here's a snap. Looking. Williams looking. Throws the ball on the line over through his man. I know 77's out there because he's out there every year, every game, and he kind of blocks the sun and the lights and everything else. That's Isaac Emo. I call him Emo. Might be Amo. 6'2", 3 bells, 310. And he's only a junior, folks. Wait till he hits the weight room. Let's see what else we got out here now. So I named 3 of them. We got a couple more to go. 54, 55. I'll go 55 again. Thomas Corley. Let's see. I talked about Thomas. Look at Williams getting away. Williams getting away. Williams going to throw on a run. He's got his man through his hands, though. That was the leaks. All right, let's see what we got. 77, that's Amo. 68, I think we got 68. That's what it looks like to me. 68 is, there is no 68 on my thing, so it must not be right. Let's see here. Tell you what, these jerseys are nice, but boy, they don't help you with the numbers much. Hey, we got number 9 coming into the game. That's Jaden Lawrence. Him and Mr. Williams had a battle to see who's going to be the starting quarterback, but you could see that Williams is very, very good. This is a senior, Lawrence. Hands off to the other senior, our running back, Joshua Robinson, and he bounces around and gets some good yardage. All right, let's see. But that's our kid. We had last year, he was set to be the quarterback of our team here, but he transferred from Oswego, and they had some problem with the transferring stuff. That's Jaden Lawrence, the quarterback. I've seen him in pregame many times. He's got a bullet for an arm also. And he's a big kid. He's 6'2", 210, but he's a senior. I give him credit for just sitting there. You know, he's been taking in a thing. Now he's going to get a shot to play a little bit. That's very good. Good move by the Raiders. He handed it off. He got some good room. That's Robinson again.
Robinson on the carry, 1st and 10 Raiders.
There's 55. Let's see. We got 53. I don't think we said 53 out here for the offensive line. That's Jacob Matlock. Jacob Matlock. 55 is Thomas Corley. 54 is, again, Peter Faulis. 77 is Mr. Amo. And let's see, number 9, I'm glad he's getting a little playing time. Jaden Lawrence. Transfer. Oh, almost right on him. The guy was tackling him as he caught the ball. So Lawrence got his first throw in and right on the money, but fortunately there was no daylight. It's going to bring up 2nd and, let's see, it might be 3rd down. Let's see. 2nd down and 13. Let's see what Lawrence has got. He's still got these good receiving core, the triplets, the terrific triplets. He's still got them out there. And he's got a gun for an arm, too. He throws the ball very well. Let's see if he's going to take off running. He says, this is it. I'm going to go. I'm going down there. I'm getting into the end zone, maybe. Oh, and he brought down very rudely around the 5-yard line. See, he's got some ability, man. He's a big kid, 6'2", 215. Big kid. That's number 9. You got to like a teammate like that, you know. He got beat out as a senior by a freshman, but, you know, he knew. He could see. You know, there's no fooling kids. They know who's got talent. They know what they're doing. They know when you play who's a little, might have the edge. Sometimes it's hard to tell, but they actually know in their heart. And certainly after a guy threw 7 touchdowns in an opening game, I think his fate was sealed. But he's getting some time now. Let's get some tape on him so he can get him out to some schools. He's got some tape. Oh, no, he got a fumble. Erase that one. All right, it looks like Chargers ball, and they got the ball. Well, again, there goes the offensive line. 56, 55, 54. 56 is Jason Tony, 5'10", 225 junior. So they got a young offensive line. I remember in the beginning of the season, I think I have the beginning of the season, the 3 keys. There they are. The 3 keys of the season, opening game, the 3 keys were, number 1 was young Raider offensive line. Can they be good, better, or great? So far, they've been pretty good. Number 2 was QBs and wideouts. They're going to be good. Can they be special? They've been special. And number 3 that game, opening game, was the kicking game. We never were going to see them. Special teams, do they have what great teams need? We need great special teams. So that was the 3 keys of the game. On the very first game on August 26th, I believe, was the first game. And that was the 3 keys, and it's pretty much come out to play very well for the Raiders. All right. Ball's on the 8-yard line. Not going to go much more. There's 5:37 to go, so there's plenty of time left in this quarter. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 on the 8-yard line. All right. $5:37 left to go. Again, I don't know if you're watching this at home or watching it live or watching it on a tape delay, but you can smell playoff football in the air. You can smell it here. You can see it. You can smell it. It's coming next week. The pairing shows tomorrow, 8 o'clock on Channel 26. You can watch it live. There's the throw, overthrown, way overthrown. You had to be Wilt to Still Chamberlain to get that ball. There they go. Good coverage, but that ball was way overthrown. I don't think Wilt to Still would have got that. He would have had a hard time keeping 2 feet in bounds. Or actually, you only need 1 foot in bounds with the college and high school. So the score, 28-6. It's 3rd and 10, 5:32. Not a lot of clock ran off since this possession started. There's number 7. Our man, he got his grandparents in the stands, Jacob May. Goal is to be at Northwestern. Go. And right off the fingertips of the wideout, that's a tough break. That ball was on the fingertips of number 80. Well, we're going to punt. Let's see. We got Marion Stewart. All right, let's see if he's... Last time the punt was terrible. Went off the side of this guy's foot from the Stagg Chargers, and he didn't have a chance to do anything with it. But, you know, he got his spats on tonight. He wants to run this thing back. So, and he certainly has the talent to do it. All right, there's going to be the kick, and it's up. It's going to the sideline. They don't want no part of him is what that is. That ball barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Or it got back to the line of scrimmage, back down to the first down marker. So that's going to be like a net 11, 12-yard punt, I believe. They go by the line of scrimmage. Yep. Let's see where that ball's going to be placed at. 25-yard line, looks like. All right, let's see who comes out here. Looks like we got Williams back coming out. Williams coming back out to take the snaps. Leaks is in, number 24. Mr. Excitement. Maybe that's a good name for him, Mr. Excitement. 24 Leaks. I might go with that. He's got another couple years. Mr. Excitement Leaks. I'm going to write that down. Williams under center. Williams looking around. Williams going to take off. He's out of bounds. That a boy. You don't want to go. You don't want to take any unnecessary shots here with the playoff smell in the air, the playoff atmosphere, the smell of playoffs. See, there he is. Look, he's composed all the time. This kid, like now, he's not rattled. He's looking back there, trying to get the play, going to process it, and he's got his spats on too tonight. He's got the whites. I love this all whites for these guys. Makes them look faster, I'll tell you. Billy White Shoes Johnson, back in them days with the Houston Oilers. That's exactly what this looks like. There you go. See, they got the tape on there and everything. Taped up. It's a good look. There's the pitch out. Got some room. Oh, a tackle by... Nice tackle. Robinson got down there. He got about, let's say, 5-6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1. 4:54, counting down in a slow-moving second quarter, actually. 4:54. Leaks. He's in the slot. Leaks going out. Leaks going out. Looks going to get his man and high pointed it. I don't know who's got it. Ball's on the field. That's the high point. That's where they really excel at when they high point the ball. They've almost always come down. Now, he was double-teamed on that one, but they always come down with that ball. But you're double-teamed. You got fighting 4 hands there instead of 2. You got your own 2, then the 4 from each of those other guys, and they're all up at the same spot. And but he does a nice job. High point. There's Coach Ivlo with Coach Moak over there. They're dressed the same almost. There's the handoff. Not much going on for Robinson.
Robinson on the carry, first and 10 Raiders.
Got first down yardage, so I guess there was a lot going down. Only had to gain a couple yards. He's got his spats on too. White on white. Good look. Makes you look faster. 4:16, counting down. First down and 10 on the 14-yard line. There's a pass, going to get his man. Oh, it picked off. He looked like he was wide open too, and he was wide open, but he didn't see him. The Stagg, giving him credit, man. He was sitting in the right spot. That's number 4, but I realized that I must have all the sophomores because every kid on this team's a sophomore freshman. So I can't believe this varsity. So Nathan Sibret, I don't think that could be him. There's a sideline over there. They're happy. There's Coach Ivlo trying to find out what the heck happened there. But the guy, Williams just didn't see him. What we got here? Flag? We got a flag on the play. It's a late flag. Be interesting to hear what this is about. I don't think the officials are mic'd tonight. So we're going to have to use the old hand signals. Oh, let's see. He's getting to his mic. He's looking for it. Oh, after the interception, there was a block in the back. So the interception is good, but then there was a block in the back, and that's where the point of the foul is. So they brought it back. Oh, there you go. So there's still a lot of time left. There's 4:02 left to go. We're going to get the ball back again if we stop them. There's a low snap. Going to overthrow him again. Another Will Chamberlain ball. Will Chamberlain. To Stilt. Wilt to Stilt. Well, that ball's incomplete. That ball was way over his head. 3:57. Well, he rolled off about 4 seconds on that play. Not bad. Second and 10 on the 11-yard line. There's a handoff. Going to get some room. No room at all. Going to be brought down. Oh, and he got crushed there at the end by number 3 came in and finished him off. But 3, of course, is Damon Walters. There he is. Good size Damon Walters is. Number 3, 6'2", 185 senior. Again, Northwestern bound, where he'll go meet the old cowboy, Cameron Mitchell, who's having an excellent year for Northwestern. If you can say anything, anybody's having a good year. Cameron Mitchell's having a good year at Northwestern. The record don't indicate any of that, but he's made some big plays in big games. Opening game, I guess, in Ireland, he made a big interception against Nebraska. Oh, he's going to run. Oh, and he rudely got knocked down, and I think that's number 4. That's Sammy Nasca. Sammy Nasca, number 4. Anthony Nasca. Sammy was his brother. Again, they're the famous Nasca brothers. That's Anthony Nasca. Seems like they all wore number 4 or 5, too, all those brothers. I think that was like a family tradition, handed down. All right, 4th and 7, and we're going to see a punt again. Let's see, where's our guy at? We don't have anybody back there. Just 4th and 7. They're not sure they're going to kick, I guess. 2:27, counting down. There's no 2-minute warning. They're going to take a timeout, I believe. Timeout. Now you're going to see him. You're going to see the Raiders come over and huddle up. Maybe they'll put on a return. We'll see. All right. Again, playoffs tomorrow night. On the playoff, you're going to get the pairings for 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, And one day there'll be a 9A where all those Catholic League teams will play in the 9A division because they recruit. But tomorrow it's 1 through 8A. And you'll see everybody go different ways. We're on where the Raiders will be paired. And they're 8A, of course. They're 8A. And they're going to be playing a team that's probably, if they're ranked 17th or 18th, they're going to play a team that's ranked 18th or 19th or 15th. They're going to be very compatible where their rankings are at. So, if there's 28 teams, one will play 28, two will play 27, down. When the Raiders will be, it'd be like 15 and 15, 15 and 14, something like that. They'll either be a home game or an away game for a team that's pretty much on the same type of bounds as they are, same type of pairing, their same type of record, everything. So we'll see. I think they're still going to get a home game next Friday. I think their record shows that they played some great teams. I think they're going to still get it. There's a line drive kick, and nobody's even trying to get this one. It's out of bounds. But we'll tell tomorrow. That's always a fun night. Remember, 8A will probably be last. So if you think you missed it because you didn't tune in at 8, they'll be in about 8:45 to 9. 20 to 9, they'll be 8A. Then they have 20 minutes of roundtable discussion. Unless it's a 2-hour show. I think it's only an hour. 2:18 left to go. Raiders got the ball again. Let's see who's in the quarterback this time. Well, Williams is in there. Robinson's at the running back. Williams going to look to throw. Williams going to throw the ball. He's got his man wide open. And who is that down there? That's number 1. Marion Stewart. That is what you would call a beautiful pitch and catch. Jonas Williams to Marion Stewart. That is a Raider touchdown. And boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, let's all say, Raider touchdown. Damn. That was a pitch and catch. That didn't take too long either. There goes some guys who told you how cold it is out here. No shirt on. It's all right. Nice night. But Williams put that ball right on the numbers, and Stewart just ran away from that game. Zeitler back in the kick. The soccer man is, not the soccer guy. 95 is taking a rest. Zeitler in the kick, and there it is. Up and looks good to me. And it looks good to those people out there on the field, too. Look at those guys. They look like twins, those two. All right, here we go. Those two reps look like twins. They absolutely do. When they walk together, they look like they had the same mannerisms, everything. Same weight, same waistline, everything. It's perfect. 2:12 to go. There's Coach Ivelo. He's probably happy. No stress on this, I guess. They said, listen, if this was League Away East, you can't come back. This is Stagg. You come back and just get a rocking chair and just take your time. Take it easy. So he said, I'm all in, and he's here. We talked about my man LD, Corvée Smith. Great story. One of the greatest stories ever about my man LD. Someday we can tell it. I think Corvée played here about 2010, maybe, something like that. So it's been about 12 years ago. All right, now we got number 95 back in here. Ontiveros, and he kicks it again. A monster kick. He's kicking it out of the end zone. Maybe they found a deal. He just kicks him out of the end zone. And Zeitler is going to handle the field goals, the extra points. But I would say Alexis showing his wares there. 5'10", 205, but I question the 205. Well, he kicked the heck out of that one. Hey, it's 2:12 left, and you know what? The Raiders could get the ball again. 35-6. 2:12 left to go in the first half. Let's see where we're at now. There it is. 35-6. 2:12. Ball's on the 20-yard line. First and 10. Raiders got 2 timeouts left, but I doubt they're going to use them. There's a mishandle. Almost he jumped on it just in case it was a lateral. We'll see. I don't know if it was behind him or in front of him. It's hard to tell from this angle. If it was behind him, it would have been a lateral, and that Bolingbrook person, I don't know who was on it, was right on the money jumping after that ball. You never know how they're going to rule that. You never know what the angle is. When you're running toward the ball, you don't know what the angle of that throw came from. That's why you play to the whistle. Everything's loose. You see a ball on the ground, you jump on it. You have drills for that. 2:05 left to go. First half. First and 10 on the second. Oh, yeah. Second 10. Second and 10. Oh, no. One of the Nasca. There's Nasca number 4 again. Anthony Nasca came up and said, hello, everybody. My name's Anthony Nasca, one of the famous Nasca brothers, and you're going down. There's a little chest bump. There it goes. Bolingbrook did take the timeout. How about that? They got one left. So it looks like we want to put some more points on the board, and then I think if that happens, it's going to be we're going to get the sophomores out there to play and some of the juniors and some of the seniors that haven't had much action. I think that's the direction we're going. I think if we get up by 30 at half, the running clock in the second half automatically kicks in. So we'll see. We haven't had a running clock, I think, maybe one time this year. That was it. I think opening game against Manuka. I think that was a running clock. We went up 49-12, and then the clock started going. There's the huddle. See, let's see who's in there. That's Coach Cora. Looks like he's talking to those guys. Yeah, Coach Cora, there he is. All right, here comes the Chargers trotting back out on the field. 3rd and 19. Let's see what we got to play for 3rd and 19. Raiders line up. Looks like they're spread out. Keep the field spread out. Got a safety back there. He's pretty far back. There's a pass. Got some room. No, he's brought down again by number. Well, flipped it too fast. Number 21. That's who brought him down. That's the guy. It's Gabriel Brown Jr. 6'1", 165-pound senior. Gabriel Brown Jr. I think I met his father at the Lincoln Way East game. Okay, we have a correction on the score from Dave Tomsky, our executive producer, actually called in, I believe, or texted, and said we got a score and it's 35-6. Is that correct? That's correct. So we're going to thank Dave for keeping an eye out on these guys. Keep them straight. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's going. This time he might have a chance to return it. Let's see. Not much going on there, though. Nice tackle by number 19. That was Stewart. He wanted a chance, but the ball was so short that he ran into the kick coverage is really what happened there. 19 just said, hey, I'm right here. I might as well tackle you. All right. 53 seconds. Will the Raiders try to score? Their MO this year is they're putting points on the board. Here comes 19 back in the game, though. So we brought number 19. I think it's 19. 19 and 13 look awful alike in this these numbers. If it's 19, it's the no 19. That's not. This is Williams still at quarterback. He's looking around. He's going to throw deep. He's got a guy in the same play we made the last time. That's another play. He's out of bounds. That was Stewart. He's throwing down the field there. No, that wasn't Stewart. That was my man, number 5. I'll tell you, those numbers are hard to find. That's my man, Caleb Miller. Whenever you need something, Caleb Miller's your guy. You need a fumble recovery. You need to have somebody run the Wildcat for you. Caleb Miller. Calling Caleb Miller. Caleb Miller. We need you. There's a ball on the ground. Fumble. Caleb Miller, come get it. Caleb Miller's on it. All right, Williams, the freshman quarterback, will be the number 1 recruited quarterback maybe starting next year, for God's sakes. And that's down to maybe about the 1-yard line. That was an inside handoff to, he's having a hard time getting up a little bit. They're trying to get him up to the line of scrimmage. That was Caleb Miller again. That was Caleb Miller. They tried to get him in. He's one of the only triplets that haven't scored today, I think. All right, they're getting up the line of scrimmage. 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Here we go. He handed up to Caleb Miller. They want him in the end zone. He's a senior, and he's in the end zone. He walks in. Now all the triplets have scored. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's a Caleb Miller Senior Bowl touchdown. Rawr, Raiders. Rawr. Caleb Miller. That was thank you, Caleb Miller, for all you do. Touchdown. That's what that was about. For all the things you do. That was what that TD was about. Because they went right back to him with the same play. Zeitler in the kick. Zeitler kicks, and let's see. Foot getting tired here? No, it's good. Look at these two guys. Don't they look like brothers? Next time that happens again, you got to watch those two guys. Put them on the camera a little longer, those two brothers. They look like exactly identical twins, those two officials. Well, 42-6. There's Coach Ivlo. He's having a relaxing night. He's going to light up a cigar like a.k.a. Red Auerbach would. No, doctor said no cigars for you. Can't do that. But he's just like taking a little stroll. Here's our guy. Alexis Santaveros. So far, he's 2 for 2, kicking the ball way deep in the end zone. Let's see what he does. It's going to be a fun game. Alexis Santaveros. Santaveros, come on, let's see, number 95. It says there he's 185. I don't know if that's true. All right, that one is going. He's farther. He's even a little bit farther on that one. He's not getting toe-lagged, jet-lagged, toe-lagged. He's all right. He says he's 205, but I don't know. It must have been a neighbor. The neighbor put the scales. He stepped up the scale. His neighbor was keeping score of that thing. Let's put him at like 225, 230. Let's do that. How about that? Either way, he's got a leg for hire. And he might take the kickoff duties now. Nobody's ever going to run back a kick. You know, in high school football, the ball goes in the end zone. That's it. There's no run backs from 105 yards. You can't run it back. So that might be the way to go. Don't have to worry about any of these teams in the playoffs running back kickoffs because this guy ain't going to let you touch it. 15.4 seconds. We don't have enough time this time, folks. This will be the end of the half. We had time to score each time we said we did. So that's the end of the first half, almost. Looks like he's got the thing. He's got the ball in his hand, and the clock is running down. And there you see it, running down to 3 zeros. And with the end of the first half, its score is the Bolingbrook Raiders 42. Your playoff-bound Bolingbrook Raiders, soon to go 6-3 on the season against Stagg 6. 42-6 at the end of the first half. We'll be back with the second half in just a second, or maybe about 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, take it away, guys.
along as trumpet soloist Thomas Brodert and the Marching Raiders present Smokey Robinson's Tracks of My Tears.
It's November 16th. BHS anthem. It'll probably be like 5 to 10.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back, boys and girls. We're back with the second half shortly here. But this is Friday Night Lights, Raider football, October 21st. Your 5-3 Raiders again are playing the 2-6 Stagg Chargers, and at halftime the score is the Raiders 42 and the Stagg Chargers 6 at halftime. And again, the Raiders would go to 6-3 with a win, and the aroma of playoff football is in the air. Saturday night, tomorrow night, Channel 26 on the 22nd of October, we'll have at 8 p.m. the show to give out the pairings. So 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, and the Raiders are in 8A, the big group. They'll be doing the pairings starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on Channel 26. So if you get time, you know, it's always an interesting show. The Raiders, the marching band here for Bolingbrook High School was out tonight. They did a salute to Hitsville, USA, Motown. And, you know, one day we should have a little program or a little section just for the pep band and the marching band. They do a great job before every game with the national anthem and also the school fight song. And today they had a little special encore here with that Hitsville, USA, where they did the Motown, the best hits of Motown, Hitsville, USA. So that was an entertaining show, and there they are over there after their halftime workout, and they're enjoying the game, I'm sure. If you're a Raider fan, 42-6. The Raiders again would go to 6-3 and would be in the 8A. They're in the 8A playoffs, and tomorrow night they find out if they are good enough to get a home game for next Friday night or Saturday, and then if not, they'll be away. And if they win that game, which they're not, they're going to be hard out. You know, hard out. Their teams, the teams that beat them were like 21-3, and that's pretty darn good. For the teams that beat them combined are 21-3, and that's their only 3 losses. So they played some good competition, and to be 6-3 with that competition, they lost by 3 points. They lost by 3 points to Simeon, who's ranked like 4th or 5th. Simeon's ranked 5th in the Sun-Times poll. And they lost by 1 point, 34-33 to Lockport, where Lockport scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 28 seconds to beat them. And then they lost at Lincoln Way East, who's currently number 3, and they're 8-0. And they lost 42-32 in an excellent high school football game. 42-32 at Lincoln Way East in a packed house. For not only Lincoln Way East had a packed house, but Bolingbrook fans turned out for that game. So here's the kickoff, and here's our man Ontiveros going to kick it again, and this time he didn't quite get to the end zone. He went out about the 1-yard line. So Ontiveros kicked that one. He might be getting a little tired. That's number 95. He booted it. There he is running in. See, look at that. And they don't list him as a linebacker, defensive tackle, offensive tackle. They list him as a kicker, period. End of story. Same with Johnny Zeitler. Zeitler, let's see. Maybe I'm wrong about Zeitler. Let's see what they wrote. Nope, Zeitler just mentioned as a kicker. So Johnny Zeitler's been doing the field goals and the kick and the point afters, and he had been doing the kickoffs, but they look like they're going with Ontiveros for that. Well, here's the opening play, and he's throwing the ball for his life, and I don't know if anybody's out there or not. But they're calling it incomplete. I think with the score 42-6, they're not going to make a big deal of this. They're going to talk it over, but I don't think they're going to say anything. If there was a player in the vicinity, they know there wasn't a player in the vicinity, but it's 42-6. So, 2nd and 10 on the 20-yard line. For the Chargers, 2-6 Stagg Chargers. And not much going on there at all. Looks like there's a wrestling match going on there right by the line of scrimmage, and that's number. Let's see who made that tackle. Might have been number 10. I think it was 10. That's Alec Robinson, 6'2", 210, senior. stalwart on the defensive line. 3rd and 11. Ball on the 19-yard line. 3rd and 11, ball on the 19. Got to get to the 30 for the first down. Going back to look for a pass. Going back, running for his life. Got to be tackled, maybe. Eluded that tackle. He's going to still throw it, but he's going to duck out of bounds, and now he just threw it into the bench of the Bolingbrook Raiders. That was number 7 on the charge. That was Jacob May, who, by the way, as we said earlier today, his grandparents, they wrote a nice little note up to the booth here. It says, blessed to have Bolingbrook Community TV to watch our grandson, Jacob May, from the Rogers from Arkansas, Grandpa. And the grandpa played linebacker with Archie Manning's team at Drew High School in Mississippi, back when Archie Manning, the father of the Mannings, you see him on the commercial. But he was a hell of a football player, Archie Manning. His kids were good, but man, I'll tell you, Archie Manning didn't have to look back to anybody. He was all pro player, man. And there's a flag in the back. That looks for it's going to be a delay of game, probably. Usually where delay of game happens. Well, he picked up the flag, so looks like everything's copacetic. Punter's back there. We got Stewart back there. They got the whites on whites now. Look at this. Now they're going to talk this over. All right, usually I talk about where they're going to go to eat after the game. Now they're going to move the ball back 5 yards. There was a delay game. They got to move the ball back. So they'll have to talk about where they're going after the game. The Nest over there by the golf club. They could go to Ashbury's over there. All you guys at Ashbury's watching the game, I know, on TV tonight. Friday night lights over there at Ashbury's. On Boughton and Ashbury. 10:58. Started the 3rd quarter here. There's a snap. Looks like a lollipop snap. There's a line drive kick, and what's he going to do with it? He says he's going to grab it. Oh, he's got some room. He's going through. Stewart got some room. He's getting the outside. He's only got one guy to beat. Maybe 2 guys. Maybe 3 guys. Maybe 1 guy. Maybe nothing. Maybe he's in there. Let's see. He could be in. Ladies and gentlemen, that was an Imarius Stewart. Beautiful touchdown, butt return. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's another Raider touchdown. You talk about weaving his way through everybody. There he is. You tell me that kid's not a Division I player. The triplets, they got 3 guys that could be Division I players. I mean, Barry's a Division I player. He's only a junior. Stewart's only a junior. They got another year. They got this freshman quarterback, Jonas Williams, to throwing the ball. They're just going to get better and better. And again, the other triplet is Caleb Miller, who's a senior, and he does everything very, very well. So, all going to play football for the next 4 years after they graduate somewhere. Caleb Miller's going to play somewhere. Just a matter of what level. 10:41 left to go. Caleb Miller's a football player, period. And that's how we start the second half, by a Raider touchdown. 49-6, Raiders. Boy, we put that Ashbury plug in there right at the right time. Yeah. Well, you go to Dan, my man Dan over there, and get over there to his concession stand. They named a concession stand after Danny. 10:41 left to go. Okay, here's the other side story we got going tonight. We got Alexis Ontiveros again. He's kicked 3 into the end zone. The last one to open the second half, he just kicked it about the 2-yard line. It was a line drive. But let's see if he's getting a little tired. Or let's see if he comes out and says, okay, I want this job and I want it for the playoffs. Let's see what he does here. We got some interesting things happening. There it is. That's kicked, and that's going to go. It's out of the end zone. He kicked that one out of the end zone. Look at that. I bet if we get a close-up, he's smiling he's smiling right now. He's out of the end zone. Look at him. He picks up his own tee. There he goes. He's smiling. Let's have a smile for the camera, man. There, Coach Cora giving him a handshake. Coach Cora said, man, I haven't had a kid that kick it out of the end zone in maybe my career, but he kicked it out. That one was out of the end zone. So, that's a good little sidebar to watch. 1st and 10. We're back on the 20. When this kid kicks, everything's on the 20. I'll tell you what, they might use him for the playoffs. Seidler just kicks those extra points and field goals. There we go. Little short pass. Just touch him. That's all. Down. I think they're calling it. What's they call it? Incomplete? I'm not sure what they called it. Let's see. I think they called it incomplete. The ball hit the ground. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line. That's one good thing about Ontiveros. That ball's on that 20. Takes the running game, the run back game out of the picture. And then you get in the playoffs. You don't want to get beat by a 90-yard kickoff return, 88-yard kickoff return. You want to make sure that ball gets in the end zone, and that's the end of it. So that's a very critical thing for the playoffs. You don't want to give them good field position. They're always at the 20. Up. We had a jump that time. Let's see. Don't take your helmet off. You took your helmet off, they're going to put you out of the game. He took his helmet off, and he was mad. He took his helmet off. I don't know if they caught him. Yeah, they caught him. He's out of the game. For one play, anyway. Now that's some subs. We got some subs in there. That's Elijah Burley, defensive tackle, 5'11", 245 senior, but he jumped offside, took his helmet off in disgust, and you can't take your helmet off. That's one game out. That's one play out of the game. You got to go. Right on the numbers, but incomplete. That was not a bad pass. Let's see if 90 comes back out there now. Let's see. We got some new players out here, I think. Let's see what we got out here. We're going to name them as we go. I see number 19. 19 is Trey Smith, wide receiver, 190 junior. Number 44 we talked about. Let's see, 63 we haven't got him in the game. This is where we got all the kids coming. That's Douglas Barbeau, 6'4", 215. He's a senior. Douglas Barbeau. Let's see what else we got in here. So they're putting a lot of the guys in there to put the hard work in the summer and during the year, and now they're out there getting some time. 63. Let me get my 63 again, because I don't know if I even got his number 63. Yeah, that's Douglas Barber. Okay. 52. Let's see 52. Let's go to him. That's Amari Thomas, defensive tackle, 6 foot, 220, a junior. Amari Thomas. All right, let's see who else we got. Jacob Matlock, 53. He's in the game. 210, a junior. So good for them. They're getting their time. 31's in the game. I think he's been out there playing. That's Julian Merrick. He's a junior also. So we got a lot of juniors so far. We'll get the rest of them as we go here. Ooh, overran that man. Flag on the play. Somebody was a little overzealous. Let's see who we got here. Number 18, there's a new number I don't think we've seen. That's Timothy McMiller, DB, 5'8", 150, senior. So good. Getting some of these guys out here. Number 22 is Jamaria Johnson. All right, that's a motion penalty. Let's see what we got. Well, it's going to be 4th down. Let's see if we got Stewart back there again. I think he's back there again. Get this punt. There's 28. Let's see, we got 28. We might have said Sammy Diaz. Sammy Diaz has been playing, 5'10", 180 junior, another junior. 63, and all his Barber. All right, I think we got him. All right, let's see what Stewart can do. Let's see some magic. They got these spats on, boy. I'll tell you what. These white shoes, white socks, white tape. Uh-oh, that's a long snap, and it's going to be off the side of his foot. That's going to be by Coach Ivel. Maybe he'll catch that one. Nope. So that's about, let's see, how many, 7-yard punt, 8-yard punt? They go by the line of scrimmage, so about 13-yard punt, I think it was. Nope, it was right around the 30, a little nose over the 30, so that wasn't too far. 7, 8-yard net. All right, let's see who's coming out here for the Raiders. I think we got number 9 in the ball game as a quarterback. That's Jaden Lawrence. who transferred in from Oswego last year, but the paperwork wasn't quite right, and he didn't get to play all year. That's number 9, Jaden Lawrence. Number 25 is Cartier Robinson. He's the running back. Uh-oh. Got another mishap. Oh, no. He's trying to get away. He won't go down. Cartier Johnson. No, that's number 9. That's Jaden Lawrence. Cartier Johnson was running back 25. 61's in the game. Let's see. Let's get all these guys in the game. That's Andrew Misselwick. Offensive line, 6'2", 220 senior. Number 61, Andrew, a senior. Get some time, Andrew. There's a handoff. There's number 25. Brought down, rudely brought down. That's Cartier Robinson. 5'8". He's a junior. Well, no, Cartier is a junior, yes. Cartier Robinson's a junior. 5'8", 173 pounds. I think I called Kelrod Leaks a sophomore, but I think Kelrod Leaks is a senior. So, stand corrected. Lawrence. Lawrence, touchdown pass. Let's see, he threw to number 29. That's Chico Thomas, wide receiver, 6'2", 190-pound sophomore. All right, Lawrence to Chico Thomas to sophomore. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's a Chico Thomas to Lawrence to Chico Thomas touchdown. Raiders, playoffs. A sophomore. We got a sophomore catching a TD pass. All right, now, Zeitler's looking for his holder. He got no holder. Zeitler looks like he might have to run this one in, but he's saying, hey, I'm not running this in. There he comes. Oh, they got Stewart going to hold. All right, Zeitler. He looked like he was going to have to run that in by himself, and that's going to be up and good. Now look at them, two brothers. They look exactly alike, those two. Keep an eye on those. Oh, we got to get an eye on those guys. We got to get a still shot of those two. They look like twins. All right, Zeitler with another extra point. That makes the score 56-6 at some point. All right, Raiders are having fun. You know, these kids come out, they work all winter, lifting weights. Some go to wrestling, some play some different sports. Then they go to a football program, they weights, lifting, you know, and they got running and everything else. And they go to the summertime, they got 7-on-7 stuff, and then they got the football drills start in August when it's hot out, and they out there busting their butt. And now they get some playing time, and that's what it should be. And we got the perfect foil for that. It's 56-6 right now. And lucky us. Lucky these guys. They get to do this their last game. If this was the second game, they may not have been able to do this. But they probably would have done 56-6. They would have done it for sure. But anyway, that's what the beauty of this is. These kids get rewarded for their work. There's number 95. A little short this one. Got that picking up the tee good. He's got the mouthpiece in one hand, the tee in the other one. And now he's going to fist bump with Coach Ivelo. I thought he was going to hand him his mouthpiece. And Coach Ivelo don't like to handle mouthpieces. I can tell you that right now. There's no way Coach Ivelo's grabbing that mouthpiece. He's got his hands in his pocket, so don't be giving me your mouthpiece. I got my hands in the pocket. All right, 3:12 to go. Here we go. Running clock. It's fast third quarter. It's 3 minutes left. There's the pitch out. Pitch and catch. He got some room. The ball came loose, though. He caught it on the first bounce, and it went down. Number 22 on the tackle for the Raiders. That's Jamarian Johnson. He's 5'10", 175-pound senior. Jamarian Johnson still out there. Wants to get some tape time. All right, they got some big tackles themselves. That's 77 and 74. They look like they could be bouncers down there on Rush Street somewhere. They still have bouncers? I don't know. Last time I've been to Rush Street was probably 30 years ago. 2:16, here we go. Got your man wide open. Running through. Oh, and he fumbled the ball. Raiders are on it. He picks it up. They're looking the other way now. That's number 18. He's got to go. It might be a touchdown. It is a touchdown. That's Timothy McMiller. Timothy McMiller. Ladies and gentlemen, a Timothy McMiller fumble recovery and a touchdown. Roar! Timothy McMiller, Raider, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at the Timothy McMiller. Pick it up and grab it and run to the end zone. Roar! Raiders. What? They're talking over. Uh-oh. Oh, it was on the legal man downfield on the offense. That penalty's declined. Hey, when we do the extra point, fellas, in the truck, let's get a view of that two brothers. They're brothers. They're underneath the goalposts. They're like brothers. They're like twins. Let's see if we can catch them. 1:17 in a very fast-moving third quarter. You blink and it's gone. Here goes 66 into the game for the Raiders. That's so much 66. He's not even on my book. All right, well, watch this. Zeitler going to kick the extra point. So far, perfect tonight. Stewart. Oh, Stewart, one-handed grab on the pickoff, and he did a one-handed grab. Now watch this. Watch, these guys are brothers. Look at them. They're like twins. Look at them. They walk the same. Oh, man, there they are. All right. Well, everybody's happy. Coach Mocha's out there. Shirt sleeves, shorts. It could be 10 below. He's out there in shirt sleeves and shorts. You don't feel anything. He just feels football. He feels the playoffs are in the air, the aroma. He can smell it. There's not the unhappy sideline over there. They're about ready to make Ripley's, believe it or not, 63-6. There's Coach Ivelo. There he is. Hands in his pocket still. You don't want to touch those mouthpieces. All right. He's waving them in here. He's waving it in. He's getting the different guys in there. Oh, no. They're going to. Oh, the end of the third quarter because the clock's running. All right. All right. Now, we're going to have a very interesting start of this fourth quarter. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because our guy, Alexis Ontiveros, will be now finally kicking from north to south. He has not tried this all day. He's kicked it very well into the end zone the other way, but now it's north to south. That's the thing to watch. Let's see how he does. Because maybe he's just a south to north kicker. You know, never know. But now this is north and south. We'll see what he comes up with. That's number 95. There he is, 215 pounds. Coach Ivelo still got his hands in his pocket because 95 Ontiveros is still trying to give him his mouthpiece, I think. There's Coach Cora, 40-some years, 45, 46, 48 years on the sidelines. Long-time coach. I mean, long-time coach, 48 years. It might be 50. I'd have to get that verified. He's been there somewhere between 45 and 55 years on the sidelines here for Bolingbrook. He was with Coach Acton as a defensive coordinator. There you go. And that was 20-some years ago. He was with Coach Acton for 20. He's at least 40-some years. 12 minutes left to go, and that was a very fast-moving third quarter, by the way, for all those of you home. You didn't go when you went to the bathroom. There was 10 minutes left. You come back out of the bathroom. That was the end of the quarter. Here we go. He didn't get it. He only kicked it to the 5. Remember that, folks. He didn't kick it too well going to the south. But he could be getting tired too. All right, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. There, oh, it was Zeitler that kicked. Okay, sorry. I got to tell Ontiveros I'm sorry. It was Zeitler that kicked. He kicked it there. So, Ontiveros, you're still good with me, man. You're doing a good job. Just got the wrong guy there. I was looking forward to seeing how far you kicked it from that into that end zone. All right, so we found a new kickoff guy for the kickoffs. right, there you go. We got some of these guys. Let's talk about 53. Let's see who 53 is. That's Jacob Matlock again. 18 ran that ball back for the Raiders in that thing. That was Timothy McMiller, of course, that ran that fumble back. And Timothy, let's see, was Timothy 18. He's a senior. That's a senior moment. 5'8", 150 pounds, senior. That's a senior moment running back a fumble recovery for about 50 yards. Can't beat that last game as a senior. Oh, playoffs the last game. Oh, wide open here. This guy's got some rumbling. Oh, almost. Nice tackle. Oh, nice tackle there by number 18 again. That's 18 with the tackle. That's McMiller. And let's see who else made that tackle. Yeah, it's 18. There he is. Take a bow, Timothy. Go ahead. Come on. Looking in there, trying to get the signal. 10 o'clock. Clock counting down. Faster than heck, too. You know that. All right, you got 4 guys to the far side. 4 guys in a position here. Man-to-man defense looks like for the Raiders. They're going up the middle. Nice catch. Oh, and they're going to be broken up by number 31. Broken that up. Let's see, number 21 and 31. 31 is Myrick, who's been in the game. 21 is Gabriel Brown Jr., 6'1", 165-pound senior. Gabriel Brown Jr. on the breakup. All right, let's see if they come up with that same stuff again. Last week, Lincoln Way Central would come up to the line of scrimmage, and they all be in a line from the center all the way back to the quarterback, and then they'd break out. Now, that was the first time this reporter's ever seen that. But these guys started out with the Dallas Cowboy thing. They get set, then they put up, they get set, then they don't really get set. They lean over the ball, then they get up, and they pulled us offside 3 times in this game. All right. There's a lot of action going on over there. There's 26 on the play. Not much happening there. That's Jordan Kemp. First time I think we called Jordan Kemp on it. He's a junior. Third and 14, 8:50 counting down in this fast-moving fourth quarter and third quarter. Fast-moving. There he goes. He's looking. He might have his man. His 14's out there. No, good coverage for the Raiders. That's number 18, McMillan. He's all over the field right now. Star is born. Give him a chance. And that's going to be 4th and 14 on the 44-yard line. So they're going to go back to punt. Let's see who's going to be back here looking at punts. Looks like we got a new man coming in there to get the punts. Stewart's taking the time off. That's it. He's done for the day. Let's see who they got out there. I think it was 29. But again, these jerseys are so hard to see in this. Chico Thomas. Could be Chico Thomas. Chico Thomas scored a touchdown tonight on a pass. He's the sophomore. So it could be Chico Thomas. That'd be my guess. And there's a kick, and it's going off to the sideline, and won't give Chico a time. That's going to go on into the out of bounds. So that was Chico Thomas, who caught a touchdown pass from Lawrence. That's probably a great moment for him, Chico. .7:31, still counting down. Even as they go to the sidelines, that clock keeps going by. All right, there goes the marching band. They're leaving the field. They're going back to the field house, probably to put their instruments away, maybe change out of those white hats they wear. And they'll probably go off to some little place and just relax the rest of the night. They did a great job with that salute to Motown tonight. Look out. Out. They can't get him down. They can't get him down. They still can't get him down. They won't get him down. Look at that. That's Lawrence, who again had a battle to start the preseason and the summer with the freshmen. And he came in last year from Oswego. Whatever happened, the transcripts were messed up. Something was happened. And we had to rely on a 5'6" flanker who did a good job, but he never played quarterback other than maybe when he was 8, 10 years old. He played quarterback, and he got us to the playoffs, but he just didn't have enough to get us over the top. There's the running back. We're going to keep the ball on the ground, I would think, at this point. Clock's moving. 6 minutes. Counting down fast. Could have a prediction here. They may not. The Chargers may not see the ball again. There's Lawrence. There, everybody's getting a call from the sidelines this time. Lawrence, number 9, again. You got to give the kid credit, man. He just, he's got a good arm. He already threw that touchdown pass. He's got a good arm. He's strong. You couldn't get him down there. He's a senior. Get him on some tape here. And this is going to be nothing going here. Oh, and he got blasted. He got blasted on that play. 27 on the carry. He's going, what the hell happened? What the heck happened? I got no blocks. That was Jordan Gozum. Wide receiver, 5'7", 145 pounds, junior. 5'10", counting down. Hand up. Eludes one man. Goes another way. Pushes for more yards. More yards. Good run by the young man. Let's see who that is. It's number 25 again. That's Cardier Robinson, 5'8", 175-pound junior. Cardier Robinson. Number 50's in at center. I think he's in at center. That's Michael Martinez, 5'7", 230, junior. Lawrence in the shotgun. Snap back, good snap. Lawrence going to run with this ball. Lawrence going the far way around. Lawrence trying to, shed tackles. It's hard to bring him down, man. Lawrence would hard to bring him down, going around the end. Never the first guy brings him down. All right, let's see who else we got in there we can say. 74's in the game. It's Edwin Quantity, one of the two, 3, 4. 6'2", 260, senior, Edwin. Let's call you Edwin. All right, Edwin. All right, Lawrence. In the shotgun. 4th and 2. Gonna run it. First down yardage. Got first down yardage. That's going to wind it down to 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. 3 minutes and the clock's ticking. They're going to no huddle. Kind of like a no huddle. 3:06. Look at that baby. This is the fastest moving second half you might ever saw. Lawrence in the shotgun. They're looking around. Try to see the play. I don't think they're going to throw it. I think they're going to run it. There they go. There's a run. Bouncing outside. Went to inside. Now he's going to be fighting for his life, and he's down. Rudely brought down. That's Robinson, Cardier Robinson. 2:30 left, counting down. By the time we get the next play, it'll be under the 2-minute mark. 2nd and 10. Lawrence getting some playing time. It's like to see him air it out one time, but they won't do that, I don't think, at this point. Bouncing back. Oh, and he brought down Rudely. Gain of about a yard, maybe. Yard and a half. There you go. There's the scoreboard. That tells it all. 63-6. Raiders are going to be 6-3. Playoffs. Playoff show tomorrow. Channel 26, 8 o'clock. The pairing show. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, and 9A if they let the Catholic League in there. Here, end around. We got a little razzle-dazzle, but not too much happening. Not much razzle or dazzle. At 27 on the carry. Not much going on there. That's Jordan Gozum. He's a wide receiver, 5'7", 145-pound junior. 1:15, counting. So the Raiders will either be playing next Friday or Saturday. Could be home because the visitors get to pick if it's going to be Friday night or afternoon. Depending on what the visitors, like Glenbard West, they play all their games in the afternoon. They pick the afternoon. But I don't think we're going to see Glenbard West next week. They're going to be one of the top 5 seeds. We're going to see a team that's seeded like we are, 14 or 15. It'll be 12 versus 14, something like that. It'll be something pretty much pairings will be pretty even between who Bolingbrook plays. Whether they're home or away, we won't know till tomorrow night. But there's not many 6-3 teams that lost 3 games like we lost. The teams that are very, very good. I think I told you they're 22-3. The teams that lost combined. That's pretty good. And I think 3 of the losses are the teams we lost to. 3 losses are from Lockport. So there you go. The other 2 teams are undefeated. So I think this is going to be it. We're down to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Let's thank everybody up there in the booth again. Let's talk about Dave Tomsky, executive producer. Mike Jacobs, producer. Ed Przicki, director. Mike Jacobs also on the camera. Mike Goldman on camera. Barbara Parker also on the camera. Tracy Robinson sets everything up. And a shout out to, the grandma and grandfather of Mr. You-Know-What, Jacob May, for coming all the way from Arkansas. All right, this is John Phillips saying, so long, everybody. We got playoffs. You'll be sniffing it all week in the air. Playoffs are on their way. Check in tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Have fun.